Why we are supporting Nnamdi Kanu's struggle. Johnny Uchaga, welcome to the news. Johnny Uchaga is the Secretary Police Equipment Foundation, PEF, and Administrative Secretary at the defunct National Center Party of Nigeria, NCPN. In this exclusive interview, the Uturu Abia state-born political strategist and legal professional called on the federal government to handle the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, with care. He cautioned that for putting his life on the line, Kanu is enjoying the sympathy of the Igbos, adding that though most people from the southeast are not in support of Biafra agitation, he expressed fear that if the matter is not properly handled, it may plunge the nation into crisis. Uchaga urged the leadership of the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, to initiate dialogue with the federal government to effect Kanu release. He also made suggestions on how the presidency could be shifted to the south in 2023. Kanu is demanding that a referendum be conducted. You cannot take the British way of life and juxtapose with Nigeria. It may work for them, but may not work here. What you call referendum in Scotland is what we call local government election in Nigeria. You can say, let us take Biafra now as a metaphor. I am not saying that I don't know what Nnamdi Kanu is talking about, and it is as a result of the agitation that has made the southern governors to speak with one voice recently. Formally, do you see them come together with one voice? Now the governors are making collective demand, and I support them. The struggle is what it's. Some have sacrificed their lives, and that is how it works. As an Igbo man, I want an Igbo president, but it is not one region that produces the president. You need the support of the other regions, because president is not what you go to the supermarket to buy. When there was coup in the 1966, though it was championed by an Igbo man in the present-day Delta state, an Igbo became the first head of state. It was circumstances of decision we took or did not take, and the exigency of the time that led to cutting short General Agunyi Irusi tenure. The same thing happened to General Murtala's Muhammad, who also became the head of state. We also had Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe as the ceremonial president, very educated man, but he knew what ceremonial president was. Yet he took it, even though there was constraints that forced him to take it. But now that we are working and speaking with one voice, with our brothers and sisters in the entire South, if they can say, Igbo, we are brothers, we back you, give us one person, the rest of the Nigeria will support you, will support that candidate, I assure you. But there are 6 geopolitical zones, therefore, it should not be a matter of death or life and death, because if we do not get it in 2023, we can get it in the future. We have to do it with cooperation, not while we are at daggers drawn. People will be scared. The leader of the youth, Nnamdi Kanu, is still in custody. It will not be fair to talk about presidency. Rather, I will talk about how our leaders should come together and ensure nothing happens to Kanu. We have precedents before him. Before him, there was Adaka Buru. It was not as a result of agitation he died, but it was a result of war. We have Niger Delta militants who also took up arms against the government, but Kanu did not take up arms against the government. Therefore, those who are leaders should also know that in time past, their action led to the loss of lives. The way the Igbo are treated is not good, and we are not trusted because we only led one unsuccessful coup, and the rest of the coups has been done by the Northerners. So we cannot be stigmatized because one of us, who was a small boy and carried out one unsuccessful coup. They were boys then and did not understand what they were doing. Therefore, you cannot take because of that and say everybody who is an Igbo cannot be trustworthy. If we say anybody who plots coup is not trustworthy, what about other Northerners, including President Buhari, who plotted a coup? Can we then say Buhari and General Ibrahim Babangida cannot be trustworthy also? The arrest of Kanu may bring a turnaround for Igbo because they are Igbo who are in position to discuss our affair, not Kanu. They are people who will talk for him, such as Ohaneze Ndibo, which is composed of eminent people who will go quietly and discuss his release. Many will take advantage of the struggle to make personal gains. Hence, in a family, you may have those who are heady and those who are cold-headed. He has put his life on the line, and for that reason, Kanu is no longer alone. Well, as it stands now, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is still being held in custody. And the thing is, there is no crime he committed. He has committed no crime because what led him into prison is the marginalization of the masses, the marginalization of the common man, and every bad governance, everything the Nigerian bad governance has caused. Let us take, for example, a country where things are supposed to go as it's supposed, where appointments are not lopsided, where there is no favoritism, where there is no nepotism, or any other types of elitism against the democratic kind system of government we run in Nigeria. In that case, there will be no marginalization, which means there will be no agitation of the indigenous people of Biafra. It won't happen. But since that we have complained and murmured, we have murmured and said and complained, there is nothing that we have not done to draw the attention of the federal government to the cries of the common man and the masses. What happens? This leads to people coming out to say enough is enough. We cannot continue to stay like this. They cannot ask us to stay at a place where our life is at risk. This agitation done, they're not even done for personal gains. They are done to say, let us have our lives, let our lives be saved, and let the lives of our families be saved. That is what even founded this agitation by the Southeasterners in the first place. And if the crime now is coming out to agitate because of the marginalization of the masses, if it is a crime, then I think it is going to everly become a crime the citizens of Nigeria would want to commit every day. Because I repeat, it is not the fact that it is not done for personal gains. We are not having a wonderful Nigeria here. Even a day-old baby can come out and say this and this and this is wrong in Nigeria. He can even feel the impacts of the bad governance inside his mother's womb. And so what are we saying here? We are saying that Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime and he should be freed. And he should be freed. He should be freed. We run a democratic system of government, for crying out loud. We run a democratic system of government where everything is supposed to be fair and just, where we are supposed to have the freedom to exercise of fundamental human rights. There should be freedom of speech. But in this kind of democratic system of government we run in Nigeria, what happens? The reverse is the case. The reverse is the case. We will keep on pushing and agitating till our voice is heard. And until then, the agitation can now stop. I believe the citizens of Nigeria will agree with me on this one. On this note, we end the news. Thank you all for tuning and listening, and enjoy the rest of your day.